The 14th Discourse. O servants of Allah! Be sensible, and make a serious effort to get to know the one you serve before death comes to you. Ask him to supply your needs, both by day and by night. To put a request to him is an act of worshipful service, whether he gives or does not give you what you ask for. You must not harbor doubts about him. Do not get impatient for a response, and do not get bored with asking. Put your requests to him with an attitude of humble submission, and do not remonstrate with him if you do not receive an immediate response, for he is more aware of your best interests than you are. You must listen to these words. You must grasp their meaning and put them into practice. These words of mine are on a straight highway. They are the words of a man who has passed the test of experience. What a pity for you, that you should die without having come to know your Lord, almighty and glorious is He. How unfortunate for you, that you should arrive in the presence of one with whom you have never had any dealings, of one with whom you have never done business, of one to whom you have not offered hospitality, and have therefore not been nourished by the memory of entertaining him. You must do business with him, for that will be a profitable transaction for you. Establish credit with him before you arrive in his presence. Be generous to the poor and the needy, for then you will establish credit with him. Let them share some part of your goods, for then you will establish credit with him. If you do this, he will treat you generously and grant you his favor both in this world and in the hereafter. This property you hold in your possession does not really belong to you. It is a deposit entrusted to your custody. It is meant to be shared between you and the poor. Do not try to appropriate the deposit you hold in trust for its owner, for he may remove it from your control. Whenever one of you cooks a pot of food, he must not eat from it alone. He must share the meal with his neighbor, with the beggar who comes to his door, and with the guest to whom he offers hospitality. Beggars should never be turned away, as long as one has the capacity for making them welcome and giving them something to eat. To turn them away will cause one to suffer the loss of blessings. The Prophet, Allah bless him and give him peace, is reported as having said, if someone turns the beggar away from his door, without having a valid excuse to offer, the guardian angels will not come near his door for 40 mornings. You have disgraced your tongues. At the very moment when those poor beggars appear on the scene, Allah is ready to enrich you and assist you. But you turn them away, even though you could in fact give them something. How can you be sure that He will not make life easier for them, and more difficult for you? Woe unto you! You used to be poor. You did not possess as much as a single atom, but then Allah, almighty and glorious is He, made you rich. He abolished your poverty and multiplied your benefits and blessings beyond your reckoning. Then He sent a poor man to you. He referred him to you, so that you might share with him part of what he had given to you. But you turn him away empty-handed and do not accept his assignment. The time is now close at hand, when Allah will remove from your possession everything that He has given you. He will cause you to revert to your former state of poverty and beggary. He will instill a hardness toward you in the hearts of your fellow creatures, while endowing you with little strength to bear it. O Allah, grant us the blessings of conscious awareness before death, of repentance before death, of right guidance before death, of direct knowledge before death, of doing business with you and resorting to your door before death, and of admittance to the abode of your nearness before death. Ameen.